Hi, this is Freya with another episode of How to Sing That Song, and today I want to show you how to sing I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston in your own awesomeness. I have actually played this song as a waltz for a wedding before, for the opening the dance evening. Yeah, it would be kind of a fast waltz. It's not really a waltz, it's a 12/8, but it's in 3, so it's so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's a slow 12/8. And the most important thing here, the principle that I want to talk about today, is belting out straight notes. And if you ever listen to Whitney Houston, or whenever you listen to her, she was one of the most awesome singers of all times, I think. And she was the pop ballad diva. Nobody could sing pop ballads like her. She had this awesome, bright, clear voice. And you want to try to aim for that bright, clear sound. Very clean, very clear. And if you listen to her sing this song or any other ballad, you notice that there is an ease. But how does she get that ease? She gets that ease partially, of course, she has great support. She has a clear voice, but she also gets that support by singing out those top belted notes and making them very straight and locking your voice in to have this very clean sound. So let's get started. So it has this nice intro. And you start out with a very nice, light, it's almost like a little bit of whispering, but with voice. Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Very light and bright, not narrow. Nice opening back here in your throat. Don't press it down. Don't be too narrow. Very nice and relaxed. Keep your breath flowing evenly, and then don't put in too much vibrato. Take my love, I never ask for too much. And don't draw out the ends. Sing it like you are speaking it. Just all that you are and everything that you do. Just all that you are and everything that you do. Only put a vibrato when the pitch is really sung out. I don't really want to look very much further. And here, slowly connect it to the chorus, which is coming up after this part here. It's kind of like a bridge that bridges the verse to the chorus. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again, this passion inside. Get more chesty now. Just can't run for myself. There's nowhere to hide. And the key here is really to not bust it out to where you go to the limit all the way. Don't go to the limit all the way. By the way, I'm doing it in F major. I believe in the original she's singing it in G major. But it's extremely high, so I find it very much much more relaxed doing it in F, which is 2.5 steps lower than the original. So you don't want to go nowhere to hide. You don't want to blast it out. You want to keep this lightness going, but at the same time have full chesty voice and have good support and have a full sound with ping in your pitch. Nowhere to hide. And only then, when you don't blast it out, to the limit, can you actually have this very nice vibrato toward the end of the pitch. So if you do have vibrato, try to keep the pitch straight at first, and then toward the end, add the vibrato. Only when your pitch is very nice, round, relaxed, and it sits in the perfect place, has a perfect placement, then you add the vibrato. Now it goes on, it goes a little higher. Don't make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you're there, or must I imagine you there? So let's talk about this high part here. Keep the ease, which means really good support, and very, very important here, don't breathe in a hectic fashion. Very relaxed breath in between. Although you do need a lot of air here, and you should inhale very deeply to where your lungs get full. At the same time, you don't want to gasp for air. You don't want to, don't make me close one more door. I don't want to, don't go. You have the time. So the principle here is the ending of your last pitch is the beginning of the breath that connects the two phrases. So don't go, close one more door. Stop and inhale. Don't do it that way. It needs to have this continuous motion. So you're singing, close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. So you see, I don't just cut off that last pitch. I kind of connect it. I taper it off just the tiniest bit. But don't think so technically, but just think about connecting it really, to have it very like a arch that's over it. Close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. So that high pitch here, what you can do actually, it's very hard. It is very, very high. That stay in my arms. You don't have to get that top one. You can actually alter it if there's no way for you to get it with ease, and it should have an ease to it. So what you do, I show you what you can do alternatively, and then we'll talk about really actually doing the high one. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? So you can stay in my arms if you dare. You can do it like this, or if you want to do the high one, let's talk about that. Stay in my arms. So what you do, you go to the high one, which in this case is an E flat, which is pretty high for a belted out note. Yeah, it's an E flat. So the most important thing is hit it right on. Don't scoop up. It's much harder when you scoop up. But if you go, stay in my, then you're not going to have it clean. So you need to try to hit it right away. Stay in my. So try to use that nasal sound to really hit it on the nasal sound already. So the nasal sound, the has the pitch. Stay in. It's hard to sing on that, but you're only singing on it for a split second, really. So, and then you don't have to stay on it long. It's only an eighth note. So that means you can actually use that to actually already slide down to connect it to the next one. Stay in my arms, stay in my arms. So don't slur up, but go down. Stay in my arms if you dare. And then the arms needs to be straight again. Stay in my arms if you dare. Or must I imagine you there? And so on and so on. So then comes the second verse, which I'm not going to go through now because it's pretty much the same as the first one. Relax again. Relax. Oh, I didn't do the ending of the chorus, so let's go through that. Don't walk away from me. I have nothing if I don't have Always the same principle again. Toward the end of the chorus, which is bursting with energy, you want to take it back a little bit to connect it to the next verse again. Otherwise, it's too abrupt. So then comes the next verse, and then comes the chorus again. However, before that, there's a little variation here. So it goes, can't run from myself, there's nowhere to hide. Your love I remember forever. Don't make me close one more door. And so on. And then comes the chorus again in that key. And then we make the transition to modulate to a higher key. So yeah, how fun it is. Go even higher. However, it's fun. I have nothing. Don't make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. And now you do want to go up, which now is even higher. It is now an E, not an E flat. So it's a half step higher. Remember that principle. Go up directly and then slide down from that high pitch. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. Don't walk away from me. And here you want to improvise just a little bit. You don't have to do it 100% like Whitney. Don't you dare walk away from me. I have nothing if I don't have you. If I don't have you. So what I want you to practice is this. What I want you to practice is the transition from the high belting to this very relaxed voice color again. So we go from stay in my arms if you dare to you. This is very relaxed. Na 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 na. And here you are very light again. Try to practice that transition, because what happens after you're singing way high and your vocal cords have been very much lengthened and tightened, to relax it again, it's dangerous, because what happens a lot of times that we get too tight and then we have this you, and we can get that note you, something like that happens. And you don't want the vocal fry to happen. So what you have to do is really open way up again, relax, and have enough air flowing through. Very important principle here. So that's something you can really practice. I hope I could help you today with this awesome song. It was requested by someone. Don't remember exactly who it was, but whoever it was, I hope you're watching, and I hope it's going to help you really to sing this song. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to tune back in on Thursday and on Friday. And of course, listen to my podcast. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, always keep on singing and always keep a song in your heart. Bye.